Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today, we're going to be basically grinding the KC Cup. We haven't really done anything. We've been doing our 3 games a day, which for the most part, we've just been like not paying attention, passing every turn, waiting for our opponents to kill us. So we haven't really done any kind of actual grinding for the event yet, so that's what we're planning to do today, because we are going to want to at least finish stage 1. I don't know if we're going to bother doing too much stage 2 realistically, but we'll play a few games, we'll see what happens. Realistically, we're not playing like a particularly high-tiered deck, so we don't expect to do particularly well, but it is what it is. Other than that, we will go through a few other little bits and bobs. There was a tier list update specifically for the KC Cup, so we can have a quick look at that. There's some new OCG stuff. Specifically, they have revealed the contents and the new cards in the Cyber Dragon and Harpy Lady structure decks, which is pretty cool. We also want to, again, do our other little bits and bobs. We look at some tournament results, etc, etc. So that is our itinerary for today. So who do we have in chat? We have Monosync, who gets in with the first. Monosync obviously did run his tournament yesterday, which was pretty exciting. It's quite interesting how the tournament results have been going, because as they've gone on, we started to see less and less people playing Psychic and more people playing Dragon. And I wonder if that's because Dragon's newer than Psychic. Maybe people have been playing Psychic for so long, they're just kind of bored, they want to play something different. But this is something we have noticed as a trend, is a lot less people are actually playing Psychic in the Rush Duel tournaments as of late. Like, I think recently there was a tournament that had like 12 Dragon Fusion and like 3 Psychic, and it's just like, that's a pretty big drop off of what is still arguably the best deck in the game. So it's pretty interesting. But I think this does happen when a meta drags on for a bit, and the biggest concern is that this meta doesn't change before the GRF that we have coming up in a few weeks. I think we'll get a small ban list before the GRF as like the KC Cup ban list effectively, because usually they do a little tiny bit of management, just a few restricts, a few bans here and there. So we'll see what happens. We also have the Dr. Alex on the 105 stream streak. This madman is always here, ever faithful. Welcome on in, Alex. Hope you're having a great time. And I don't know if you're working at the moment or not, but if you are, I hope you're having a good day at work. We have Ninjetti Ursus, who did take 2nd place in the Monosync's tournament yesterday. This man is solo carrying the Machine meta, because Machine Good Stuff is a deck that's kind of always been around pretty much since we had the release of Mirror Innovator. It's always been like a really strong deck. It's never really fallen off. It's just kind of not been able to keep up, right? It's always existed in some form or another. And Ursus is definitely the champion of Machines that keeps bringing it back again and again and does keep getting those results. So massive congratulations to Ursus. And more importantly, we did knock Dark Galaxy down a peg, which I think is really funny, because although I don't actually dislike Dark Galaxy, I find it really funny that Hikari really likes Dark Galaxy and is trying to get Dark Galaxy higher performance-wise, and just knocking it down a peg I just think is really funny, because I like winding Hikari up. So who else do we have? We have Kuro-sama. Hello, Kuro-sama. Welcome on in, my friend. Tomato has shaved, finally. I mean, I shave the beard often. It's the hair that we got done. And that was a little while ago. But, yeah, thanks for noticing. We have Hopium. Yesterday was truly the Dragon Gauntlet. Yes. It's one of those situations where Dragon is Dragon a problem? Is the Dragon deck in itself an actual issue in the meta? Because, like, I think the concern isn't what the deck does. It's more how accessible and how easy to play the deck is. Like, the only real complexities in the deck is, like, when do you go all in? Because sometimes it's better to hold, right? It's, do you discard for Miragius? Because sometimes that'll be worth it, sometimes it won't. And then it's like, in deck building, some people neglect to have high defense monsters and end up getting bullied out of the game too early. But again, even the high defense aspect isn't relevant a lot of the time. It depends on the matchup. So, like, I think that's the thing. Dragon's very easy to get a hold of, very easy to play, very powerful, right? Whereas Psychic is a pain in the ass to get a hold of, is quite complex. At least in comparison to Dragon, Psychic is a much more difficult deck to play. Again, there's not a ton of complexity, but there is a lot more compared to a lot of the other meta, or the rest of the meta, so it's like, 105 streak and only bonus 450. I mean, Alex, as far as I know, doesn't even spend any of his gems because there's no reason to, right? I mean, we need better rewards is what we really need to do. We need to, like, have a day where we sit down and we just go through Twitch and update everything. That would be ideal. Thank you. Dragon is annoyingly consistent for how much damage it deals. Yes. There isn't really a good way to deal with that problem. Because the problem we had in OCG, when we had, like, this sort of meta, was we didn't have skills, and we had 40 card decks. So actually, like, just getting your fusion monsters out was the challenge. And then if you actually got it out, it was like, oh, you're probably going to win the game, because it's really hard to deal with this. But actually summoning it was not something guaranteed. Whereas in Duel Links, everything is so much more consistent that these really, really powerful cards are just that much stronger. Coupled with the fact that we have 2,000 less life points, means you could just die out of nowhere. And it's like the perfect recipe for just OTKs, right? And there's like nothing... There's not a quick and easy fix. There's like massive sweeping changes, fundamental design decisions that would have to be changed. We'd have to release a bunch of different cards to try and like get out of that type of meta. But I almost feel like this is what Konami like. They like very quick games. They like, oh, you just die out of nowhere. They enjoy that aspect because they'd rather that than the inverse, which is you get bogged down, you can't close games, everyone's stalling for ages, and no one's having fun. So like, I think from Konami's point of view, they would rather this than that. But I think there is a middle ground that you can strike. It's difficult to do, but that's Konami's job, right? They need to change the skill. Shuffle card or discard, just like Psychic. I mean, potentially. I think that would make sense. The big issue is that just releasing one brand new card basically gave them consistency and power of like a higher ceiling, and those two things combined is actually a little bit disgusting. So like, yeah. Not making them plus with the skill would be okay, maybe. Alright, so the problem there is the whole point of giving the fusion decks, specifically the fusion decks that require a boss monster as part of their fusion summon, is when you, without a skill at all, if you have no skill, you have to naturally draw, what, normal summon, boss monster, fusion, and then the other half of the fusion, right? Even if we have a skill that gets us to that, that's still a 5-card investment. And 5 cards to make a boss monster that dies to widespread ruin is kind of bad. So that's why we have the skills that plus us. Now, the reason we didn't get one for specifically Candy Live is because 1, you don't use a double tribute monster to summon it. And 2, the ceiling of that card coupled with what the rest of the deck can do is actually disgusting. So when it was pre-Mirror Gear Star, it was actually fine, right? It's only a problem since Mirror Gear Star came out. But now it's like, if we take it away, but we don't hit Psychic, Psychic is arguably still the strongest deck anyway. So if we nerf Dragons, we have to nerf Psychic. But then it's like, if we bring Psychic and Dragon down a peg, we then have to worry about, like, Metarian. Is that going to then creep back up? It's a weird, like, balancing act. It's definitely a weird balancing act. But let's go ahead and take a look. So this was our tournament results. We're just going to go over this quickly before we jump into our speed, because we are actually really jonesing to play some speed. So we are going to be doing a lot of that today. But Rush Duel Links Weekly 19, as you can see, there was only one Psychic player in the top 8. And then if we look at the Galaxy Rush 4, there were no Psychic players in the top 8. And then if we go to Quantum Rush, there were only 2 Psychic players. Psychic, I don't think is, like, suddenly bad, but I feel like less people are bringing it, which means there's just less people to make it into top 8. So it's like, it's almost falling out of popularity. I feel like a lot of the people that were Psychic one-tricks have started swapping onto Dragons because they just want to try something new. But as we can see, Dragon has actually started, between the last 2 tournaments, it has gained a big lead in top 4 points over Psychic, which is something we haven't seen in a while. So now we actually have Dragons having a 6% increase in results over Psychic, which is actually kind of nuts. So you know, there's that. I suppose the first thing we're going to go over, since we've kind of already gone over the tournament results, is we're going to take a look at the KC Cup tier list. Again, there's a lot of text here. We're not going to go nuts into this because realistically, nothing's really changing. Heroes and Salads, who would have thought? Still the best 2 decks. Out of these, I think Hero is the more obnoxious still. We'll probably be playing against a lot of Heroes and a few Salads today would be my expectation. Heroes are obnoxious. They can kind of do a lot with very little. They can kind of get a load of stuff out of nowhere. Salads have like infinite grind game, and they have very, very powerful boards they can make. I still think Heroes is the more annoying of the 2 to play against, but realistically, we don't expect to beat either of these decks. Tier 2, again, nothing's really changed. It's 2 different Lyralisks, Crystal Beasts and Predators. Yeah. I mean, what's the weird thing here? It's like some of the other ones that got knocked out of Tier 3. And then Battling Boxer, unfortunately, as much as I love Battling Boxer, and I would have really liked to build it, it is just not doing anything in the meta. And here is just everyone's opinions on why it's bad, which is like such a shame. Because we have seen it doing like okay in tournaments. Like, it's not winning, right? It's not doing anything nuts, but it has been like putting up a fight. And I respect Boxers for that, because I think it's a really cool deck. I'd really like to see it get a buff in some way. I love playing it still. Yeah, I haven't built it because I was a bit like wary. I already have so many like rogue decks that I'm like, I kind of want to play like meta, which is why I enjoyed playing Dragonmaid, because it was kind of meta for a bit, but it's kind of fallen off again. I really want to go back to my Fluffle deck, but I really want to try out the High King Caesar, because that's like the new hotness. But on my speed account, I haven't maxed out Ragey yet, so I have to, or Declan, so I have to like do that. So that's my current goal. So the next thing we're going to look at is some of the reference art for some of the brand new cards that just come out in the OCG. And some of these look amazing, right? This is the fusion between Requiem and Oblivion. And this thing just looks incredible, right? I don't know. This is my jam, right? The bosses are still the weak point for sure. Yeah. I really just love this art. I think this looks amazing. This is like, yo, when are we getting this in Duel Links, you know? Obviously, wouldn't be for an extremely long time, but it's cool. I mean, we're not going to go through like each and every individual piece of art, but this is the, I believe, the new Stray Familiar fusion. It's cool. It's not what I would call like, I don't like super vibe with this. Like, it's cute, right? But I'm not going to slam this on the table and be like, yeah, my sick boss monster. I'm like, yeah, that's a cool card. This, though, this is my jam. Look at my boy, Dinosaur Knight. He's like a dinosaur paladin, bro. Oh my god. But this guy is actually competent as well. I don't know if this guy on his own, realistically, is going to fix the dinosaur deck, but his effect is pretty good as well. He's a level 10, which on its own means that you can start using the level 10 support cards, which is actually really good. That's a big consistency boost. And it gets you maximum pieces from the graveyard back to your hand, which is also pretty good. So all around a really good card. Then we got this girl. I don't actually recognize who this is. I don't know what card this is, but like, it's nice art. It looks like a pale moon from Vanguard, if anyone's seen them. Then we got the bugs. I mean, the bugs are the bugs. The bugs have actually been doing quite well. Obviously, we now have a brand new bug archetype as well in the Shadow Ninjas. That'll be interesting to see what happens there. Was that it? Was that it? We have this guy, I guess. This is the other new Galaxy Fusion. I don't think this card looks anywhere near as cool as the other one, personally. Of course, it's a bug waifu. Yeah, I personally have always been a big fan of, like, you know, like beetles, right? Like insects that are actually insects. It's like we have a bunch of reptiles, and one of my favorite decks in Rush OCG is the Secret Investigators. But they are just women, right? They're not actually reptiles. They're just girls. And it's like, I like the way they play. I do quite like the art. I would kind of like it if they were actually lizards, right? But yeah, it is what it is. part of why I hate arrow mages. See, the arrow mage art has never, like, offended me, but I do like the playstyle of arrow mages, just like the whole gain life, have triggers that go off when you gain life. I think that's just a really satisfying, like, control archetype. But again, I played them only in Duel Links and only after their first wave, so I don't know what they do these days. You know, I was doing, like, Garden, summon Jasmine, use the effect, draw a card, like, summon, change battle position, right? It was very, very early days is when I played it. Now, I appreciate Predaplant for doing it wildly. Plants them, right? Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's like, what's the Spectre plants? What are they called? My brain is not working today. Instead of just go with flowers, it's a plant somehow. I cannot remember what they were called. What? Rika. Oh yeah, Rika was the other one. Sun Avalon. It was Sun Avalon, right? Sun Avalon. Sun Avalon, I think, are kind of cool. It's like trees and shit. I mean, that's cool. They need to add Fluunderee's bird and penguin in Rush Duel. They're cute. Do you actually want Flu in Rush? Because, like, Flu is just Floodgates. Right? It's Floodgate Turbo. Like, do you really want that? No, but anyway, that's enough of that. So the next thing we have is even more new cards from the Harpy and Cyber Dragon structures in Rush Duel. And this is quite exciting. So this card, the Raquette, I don't know, is not super interesting. It's a level 8, 21/21. You can tribute it in attack by tributing a light monster or light machine. So it's trying to lock you into light machines. Okay, this is fine. Send the top card of it to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, this card is treated as Cyber Dragon. Then you can choose a face monster in the field and have it gain 500 attack. I don't know how relevant the 500 attack boost is, but, like, we already have, like, 3 times Cyber Dragon and 3 times Proto. And we have Cyber Processor, which also gets you back Cyber Dragons from the graveyard. So I don't know if we need this guy. I feel like we already have plenty of Cyber Dragon names, and it's not even Cyber Dragon while it's in the graveyard, so you can't even use it for, like, meme shit. I don't know. I'm not super vibing with this card. But then we get Zwei. So Zwei coming out is cool because it actually does count as Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, which actually makes it relevant, right? This is actually going to be relevant for certain plays. You can bring this back with Cyber Processor. You can fuse this with the new Cyber Rush fusion. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with a card that is Cyber Dragon in the graveyard that you just can't do with this. So, big win for getting Zwei. And then we get to see the rest of the deck, right? We get End, we get Twin, we get Rush, we get Tactical, Kotal, Cyber Assault, Cyber Search, 2 copies of Cyber Dragon. Obviously, we'd like this to be 3. It's a weird balancing act, because if you put it at 1, you get maximum value for buying 3 copies of the deck. If you put it at 3, you kind of can say, well, I only need 1 copy, and then this is kind of fine. By putting it at 2, you put it in a really weird spot, where now people are like, well, if I buy 3 of this, I've just got 3 spares, which never feels great. We've got 2 copies of Processor, we've got Griffin, Proto Cyber Dragon, again 2 copies, Cyber Kotal, 3 Cyber Serpent, we'll have 3 of that for some reason. Steel Mechlon Mirror Innovators in here, because of course he is. Cannon Soldier, we got Lead Unicorn, we got Aim Eagle, Craft Drone Power Bond, Evolution Burst Ray, Cyber Entry, 2 copies of Fusion, Multiple Adapt Unit, and Fusion Cancel. Overall, I mean, it's fine. This is like a decent Cyber Dragon core. If you buy 3 copies of this, you'll have most of what you'd want. It has, like, no staples in it at all, which is, like, a little bit sad, but, you know, they probably shouldn't give easy access to staples all the time, constantly. I remove the Floodgate part and focus on the Tribute Summon part. I might be buying the Harpies and Cyber Structure deck from overseas so I can play with my friend. It's affordable than a full deck. Yes. Again, I think this is fine. This is a good core. But again, you will be missing certain cards. Like, again, the Spell Trap lineup is basically garbage. Like, you'll want Fusion. You'll want Barrage of Steel, probably. But realistically, you'd rather have Overrush. Cyber Entry, I don't even think people play this anymore. Power Bond is, like, it's a bit meme. It can still just win games, but it is, like, a little bit inconsistent. Rush Burst is, like, again, it's okay. But again, there are better spell traps. Fusion Cancel is obviously hyper-specific. Like, if you buy this deck, put 3 copies of it together, then play against the Harpy deck, like, it wouldn't do anything if it wasn't for these new Harpy cards, right? Because they didn't have fusions before this. But here we have Harpy's Lady Feather Duster, which is made using a level 4 Harpy Lady and a Winged Beast normal monster. And it's a contact fusion, which is pretty cool. So in the top card of your deck to the graveyard, this card's name is treated as Harpy Lady for the rest of this turn. If you activate this effect during your main phase, this card was special summoned, then you can choose a spell trap on your opponent's field and destroy it. So, it's okay. It's nothing, like, crazy. Being able to pop back row is really good, especially when it's sort of for free. It's not really, because we have to basically give up a body. Because what we're basically doing is keeping this as a Harpy Lady, presumably so we can do Harpy Lady things still. But we're losing the Winged Beast normal monster. That goes back into our deck. The Harpy Lady turns into this. We get a pop of back row. So basically, we're turning the Wind normal monster into, like, an MST. Which is, like, fine. But it's nothing, like, super duper crazy. Why I opened UR Dream Pack and I got a Rush card? Well, you know, sometimes it happens. We have Harpy Lady 2 and 3. Needs a Harpy Lady 2 because Harpy Lady 3 isn't in the game. And 1 level 4 lower Winged Beast type monster, which is a contact fusion. This card's name is treated as Harpy Lady. Your opponent can activate trap cards when you normal or special summon a monster face up. Which again, this is an effect we're seeing more and more. We do keep seeing more times when cards can't be chained and activated to summons. So like, At least we're getting like multiple copies of the Harpy Lady Sisters, but again, it's a bit of a weird one where it's like 2 copies is always a weird number to give us. There's not really much to say about this deck. I mean, we got Harpire, which is funny. Essel's in here, which is also funny. Is there anything else to even like mention in here? Icarus Attack is a good legend to have, but I suppose that makes sense because you get the legend spell in the other one. Yeah, I mean, I think both these decks are going to be fine. I think the individual new cards are okay. There's nothing like super duper crazy in there. So I guess now we'll talk a little bit about Rush Rivals. So we did have episode 3. We did see some quite interesting developments. Manicust is now solidified his lead up at 2,040 points, with Draco now in second and a tie for third place, which is pretty interesting. We've had a different winner for the challenges each time, and Manicust is now the only player to be undefeated in the 1v1s, which is also pretty cool. We go to the card pools. The most interesting, like, standout here, I suppose, is Manicust now has 3 emblems, whereas Whistling Bird is the only player to still not have an emblem. So we'll have to see if Whistling Bird can get his hands on an emblem in the future. I guess the next thing to talk about is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So, Master Duel, I'm sure plenty of people here that play Duel Links probably also play a bit of Master Duel. Master Duel is doing a weird, like, VTuber tournament, which is, like, interesting. So, so I believe this is a tie-in, because they have just had the new, what are they called? They're not structure decks, they're like something decks. Like they're a deck set that you can get in, I think it's a Japanese exclusive. And they've released 2 new ones, and one of them is the Live Twin Evil Twin, and the other one is an Eldritch one. So you can get, the tryout decks. Thank you, Kurosama. You get the tryout decks. So I believe this is like to try and tie in with that. But it's weird because they're using English VTubers to promote a Japanese-only product. Now, realistically, what this is actually promoting is Master Duel. But it's sort of a tie-in, right? Because they have just released the tryout decks, and they've just released these. Or they're having an event based around these. So, like, it's a bit weird. But the gist is that you choose which VTuber you like. So, either Fuamoko for the Live Twins, or Bijou for the Eldritch. And then there's going to be a big tournament. And then, which is, I believe, this weekend. Then you play for your side, and then the top 3 players from each side will then go into a team event where they have to then battle it out to get points for their VTuber. It's very strange. It's very strange. YTCG can't get nice things like this. Have you actually seen the contents of those tryout decks as well? They are so good, right? It's not like, oh, just buy this, you can take this to a tournament willy-nilly. And it's not like Live Twin or Eldritch are like super meta relevant realistically, but there are so many good low rarity staples that are just affordable, this is a great way to learn the game and still get your hands on some really good cards. Again, these are going to be like rogue at best, but it's still good, right? They're good cards. Again, we should really preface, even though we say they're good, they're not, you know, they're not Snake Eye, they're not Fiendsmith, they're not Yubel. They're not gonna realistically blow everything out of the water, but they're a fantastic starting point. They have really good staples in them, and we should have access to them. But this is something that always happens. So often, Japan will get a structure deck, and then we get that same structure deck with like all the good staples taken out, and it's like, why are you just being so toxic? And it's one of those things as well where it's so obvious, right? If it was under the table, no one noticed, it would be like, oh, we don't know that we're getting shafted, right? But when it's so like, oh, we have this list in Japanese, and then our list is so much worse, it's like you're clearly deliberately shafting us, like as hard as you can. And it's like, could you not do that? You know, we just want this, right? TCG can get nice things, they're decent, exactly. Like this, it's a deck that you can play at locals and kick ass for cheap. Yes. It's one of those things as well where I don't have a physical deck anymore. I haven't played at a locals in so long. The last cards I have were like early Link era. Is kind of like where my card pool ends. So I don't have anything remotely modern. So getting access to all of these staples might make someone like me who liked the game but hasn't played it in a long time get back into it. But there is no product like that. Like they had that starter edition with like the Zeus starter pack thing. And that thing is just garbage. Like it's full of vanillas and crap. And it's like, I get kind of who that product's for, but like, it's an awful way to try and get into the game. It's an okay way to learn the game. It's an awful way to get into the game, right? These decks would be perfect for new players who came at locals wanting to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Exactly. As for the VTuber side of it, I think it's an interesting way to market it. Obviously, VTubers do appeal to a certain demographic, people that are into anime, people that are into like that sort of thing. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is sort of crossing over with that demographic quite a lot, right? So I get the idea behind it. I think they've also like tried to be a bit thematic with it, which is an interesting way to do it. I'm interested to see how these tournaments go, if it's going to attract like actual professional players, because there is like some okay prizes. Like I think the winner gets like a Steam Deck. Like there is like actually stuff on the line. So it'll be interesting to see if it's dominated by actual Master Duel pros. I assume it will be. But it's interesting nonetheless. And then there's going to be, streams of the VTubers learning how to play the game and everything, which is like, I guess it's interesting. I remember when they did was it the Ludwig, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament of content creators? That was like an okay time. Obviously, it was a bit funny to watch because the players didn't really know what they were doing, but yeah, that's part of the fun, right? That's part of the charm. It crosses well, especially Live Twin being based on VTubers, literally. Yes, exactly. But I'm curious. I'm interested to see how this goes. I actually did, because I heard this announcement, I actually got a little bit excited for it. I did reinstall Master Duel, and I have been playing a little bit off stream, and I have been really enjoying it. So, you know, it's working, right? The marketing ploy has sucked me in. And Fur High is based on the popular furries, and they exist in a VTuber community, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. Yeah, exactly. I suppose the only other thing that I specifically, now this is kind of a me thing, is I've been really looking forward to the Early Days collection. This comes out in a couple of weeks, and I will be streaming Early Days collection, probably on Sundays when it does come out. I am actually really looking forward to this. I love classic Yu-Gi-Oh! But what I'm really looking for is this. This is what I'm looking forward to. I love Capsule Monsters, and I want to play the Capsule Monsters Game Boy Color game. I believe it does now have a fully translated English patch to play it on ROM, but I'm going to play like the legit version, right? Because it'd be fun to stream it. It'll be my first time going in blind. I'm really looking forward to playing this specifically. Some of the other games in here, I think are cool. I will play them at some point. You know, Dungeon Dice Monsters. We'll probably play some of like the older RPG games like Reshift of Destruction at some point. But I'm really looking forward to this. I saw something advertised a while ago about Capsule Monsters. Like, it was like a YouTube recommendation or something. And I was like, oh yeah, that's coming out soon. I get to play that. And I really want to get my hands on it and actually play it. Because for the longest time, this just not available in English. Just straight up. I would love to play the OG Game Boy games. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. The thing is, like, emulation is a thing. So, like, having access to all of these games is pretty easy. For the longest time, this wasn't in English. Like, there wasn't an English version of this. So, it made sense to buy this to get Capsule Monsters. But they also said that they're adding in... So, I think on release, only one of these games is going to have online features. But going forward, they will be updating it to put online in more of these games. If that extends to, like... Capture Monsters, Dungeon Dice Monsters, right? That could be cool, right? If we could play Dungeon Dice Monsters online via this game, that's going to be really fun, and I really hope that actually happens. But that's the gist of my excitement for this, and why I think I'm going to pick this up. I think the only other thing is there's a couple of quality of life things, like speed up and stuff, which is, like, nice. Especially something like Reshef of Destruction. Not having a speed up for Reshef of Destruction can get a pain in the ass, because, like, when you end your turn, it has to, like, check every space on the field to see if there's a card there that has an effect that can activate, and it takes a long-ass time, so that's... But then again, on Emulator, you can also just speed up, so I don't know if that actually matters that much. The issue with emulation is you've got to patch it, and patching English isn't easy for, let's say, casual gamers. Yeah, I mean, I personally can do that, right? I've done that before, so, like, for me, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, but for the layman, yeah, 100%, 100%. Having an official translated version is great and saves time. Well, I think the big thing for me is if they do get online for all of these games. I don't think all of them will, because some of them don't even have multiplayer like functionality. But if they do, that'll be huge. Like, if I can play... I mean, the big ones for me are always going to be Dungeon Dice, Capture Monsters. Having a way to play those online is actually going to be kind of nuts. Like, Destiny Board Traveler, I don't really care. I'm not a big Destiny Board Traveler guy. But it would be kind of cool nonetheless. But with that all said and done, we were apparently doing a auto battle. We will be jumping in and playing some Speed Duel in the KC Cup. I do want to grind some KC Cup. We are going to be playing our beautiful, beautiful Dragonmaid deck, and we'll see how it goes. So, again, we'll be de-rusting for a bit, but we are so far down in the ranks that it's probably not going to matter realistically. But thank you for following Malk, the Omnipresence. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're expecting the dregs down where we are. I would expect, like, a lot of burn decks, a lot of stool decks, mill decks, bad anime decks, but we've immediately run into a Zane player on a 6 streak, so we might actually be playing against a real Cyber Dragon deck. That's a hand. I mean, we have the play. So I'll go Maid's Downtime. We'll send Ernest. What do I even want? With this hand, I actually think I probably take Chamber. We'll go ahead and summon Chamber. We'll go ahead and grab Hospitality. Then we'll activate Hospitality. Bring back Ernest. Yeah, let's send the old nurse to the graveyard. That's exactly where we want it. We'll go change over. Go ahead and make Shio. Then we'll set 2. And we will pass. Alright, let's see what Zane has for us. So Shio's effect. We'll try and bring back Nurse. Which we are good to go. Okay. So Nurse comes down. Nurse effect brings back Chamber. Chamber effect. Do we need another tidying? It wouldn't hurt. Downtime's also really good, and I don't think our board is going to get completely wiped, so I think we do take the downtime. As much as I would like to use the skill to get it, it's like... You really do yap too much. Shui, the thing you have to remember is people come here for the yappage, right? There's nothing else people actually come for. So this is just Add a light or target a light and shuffle into the deck. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let you get your light. I'm assuming we search for... Right, I was not ready for that. I was unaware that Cyber Dragon plays Jizikuru and that it is searchable with Cyber Repair Plant. This is a learning experience. We have learned today. Hello, Jizikuru. Okay, so now he tries to combo off. Galaxy Soldier. Sends that. Graveyard. It's custom to graveyard. You can add one other Cyber Dragon from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay. And then you can add a Galaxy monster from his deck to his hand. So just going to add 2. Okay. Cyber Dragon. Adds another soldier. Galaxy Soldier doesn't once per turn. Well, this is fine, right? Because if he goes into Nova, we just hit Nova. We have to stop him before he gets to Infinity. Right, so he goes into Nova. We go Tidying straight away. We'll put Nurse back in hand, and we'll target the Nova. This is where there's, like, something I didn't know about, and he just, like, chains. Okay. Well, I mean, that does stop me from getting Shio back. Does that matter? What do you make? Rampage? Like, does Rampage matter? I'm doing well enough with Unchained and KC Cup with some Kaijus to screw over every hero and Predator player possible. Nice, nice. Okay, so Rampage, you can get 3 attacks. Does he gain attack when he does this? I don't think he does, right? Yeah, you can't clear over your own Jizikuru. That's your monster. You knew its defense value. Brother in Christ. Oh, you just didn't want me to draw a card. Brother, it does not matter. It does not matter if I don't draw a card. Nurse effect. Chamber. Chamber effect. Grab Tidying. I could put this back in my hand. There'd be no reason, because if we went for the fusion, it would be awkward anyway. We just let these both grow up, right? So I think we just set. Change this to attack. Go to battle. Chamber. Bring back Shio. Nurse. Bring back Ernest. Swing. Kill. Okay. We're all good. We're all good. There's no such thing. Exactly. My only issue against birds, unless I go first and draw IDP. Yeah, IDP is a hell of a card. It's one of those weird things where there's a lot of matchups where it's like, did you lose the coin toss? Oh, well, it's over. GG. Which, unfortunate, but is what it is. The rest of the meta is tolerable with Unchained, and yes, Salad's board wipe isn't a problem to me. Well, that's good. Gotta love the Toby Fox music. Oh yeah, 100%. Undertale's OST is all bangers. I think I've only actually got one on this list. I need to, like, get more music for my stream list. But again, what I need to do is just take, like, a solid day, have, like, a 3-hour session of just, like, making stream better. That's what I need to do sometime. The Metaton one. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, really good bangers, just, like, straight up in Undertale. We're against Sacred Beast Beckoning. God, I haven't played against this deck in a while, okay. We have everything we need, okay. We'll go Maid's Downtime. We'll send Parla. We'll go ahead and grab Nurse. Now, if he has an Effect Veiler, I'm going to be very sad here. I mean, I suppose I can stop the Effect Veiler, but... grab out Parla. Parla Effect. We send Changeover. Changeover Effect. Whichever one I put in my hand is the one that's going to the graveyard. I don't really need Nurse, because it's in attack mode. But I could just fuse it off anyway, but then... Right, we're going to put Nurse back in the hand. This might end up being, like, the wrong play, but... having Nurse in the graveyard doesn't do anything if it's on its own. So we'll go Changeover... Gonna go for the Shio again. We'll use Ernest, and I guess we use Parla, because Parla does actually set up the graveyard still. All set, and then we will pass. There's probably a better way to do this. I think Shio on the board always makes the most sense. The thing is, I didn't want to just leave Nurse in attack mode. That was, like, the big thing here. That was the reason we put it back in the hand. So now we use Parla. And Parla just bins Lydia. Which is good. Which is good. I do have a spicy Sacred Beast Unchained, although it focuses on mainly Raviel. Ooh. I really, really don't like Fallen Paradise. Do we just try and negate Fallen Paradise? Giving him a 3+2 is actually kind of insane. I think we are going to do this. Put it in attack mode again. So he does. Oh, of course, he's just got another one. Oh, that is so annoying. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Bro, I hate Fallen Paradise so much. Hello, Manicist. Welcome on in. You haven't really missed much. If he doesn't have... because he only gets to draw 2... if he summons out one of the boys. Summons out Beast. I don't want him to get the draw either way. Could just flip him down. Alright. We'll go for the Book of Moon. Because he should get the add, but then he shouldn't get the extra summon, if I understand how Yu-Gi-Oh works. Oof, you hit Alistair, whoops, they have Invocation anyways. Okay, what's the play now? Sacred Beast Beckoning. I actually forgot about the skill. If your opponent has a card and that deck, play Sacred Beast from your deck to your field and face down defense position. And then you could just flip it up. Oh, so there was nothing I could do anyway. You're always getting your double draw, you bugger. Straight, wait, what? Okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything I could do with that. Why did you not take your draw? Do we use this? There's no real reason to. What do we want to do here? So we can just do that, put that back in our hand. Get that back, make a fusion. We have no way to get a big one. We have no way to beat his back row either. Do I have anything I can realistically do here? I could spin his guy if I get enough bodies on the board. I really have no idea what to do here. I also have no idea what Raviel's effect is. Wait, I'm done. I'm done. I CBA. I literally CBA to deal with that bullshit. Let's just go next. Did you negate the draw effect? No, I negated the activation when he just played it. I didn't negate him trying to draw cards with it. Alright. It's quite simple. We just go again. We just go again. I did not know how to break that field apart. I was like, I have no way to access, like, monster removal and spell trap removal or set up in a gate. I just had, like, nothing. Alright, let's see what we get here. This hand is not ideal. Agents? Bro, I hate agents so much. What? I'll tell you what. We're just gonna... we're gonna skip this game, bro. We're gonna fucking skip this game. I am not... Literally, we had to play against Sacred Beast into Agent, which is like two of my most hated decks in the game. We've just leveled up, so like we don't lose anything for surrendering. So like, if we play against a deck that we actually despise, I'm just gonna scoop if we're in this situation. Ah, Speedroid now? Ugh. You just get Tez and beat over it with a 2k beast? Yeah, but I can't do that past a Swords of Revealing Light. And I had no way to survive the following turn. Right, we have to send Nurse here, because I need this left over. We don't really need anything specifically in the graveyard right now, so I'm actually tempted to just take Chamber. We'll go Chamber, activate Chamber. It doesn't have a skill, which means this should be pretty much free. I mean, do I just take Hospitality here? I don't need it. I don't need a second Tidying, though. We'll just take Hospitality. We'll go Changeover. We'll get Shio out. Which means we're pretty much set up quite nicely here. We'll just set, and we'll pass. So now we can go Shio, bring back Nurse, Nurse bring back Chamber. Chamber get a Search, which is a nice little combo here. We've got an Omni, and we've got a Bounce. So Chamber effect, I mean, take a Tidying, sure. I suppose since I knew I was going to do this, I should have just taken double Tidying, just in case one gets hit. And it's just going to pass anyway, okay. Shio? I suppose there's no real point in not bringing this back. We'll just set cards in case he's got something. Go get him, champs. Alright, we take the freebie. We take the freebie. let's see what our next opponent's going to be. I'm actually surprised that we've actually had, like, semi-competent decks down here. Now, again, it's nothing, like, tiered, right? It's nothing remotely tiered. But, like, usually down here, you're going to get, like, Dark Magician. Is kind of what we're expecting to play against. Taya Gardener. Now, is this a nothing deck, or is this toxic? Taya Skill means this is probably going to be, like... Taya is never a good sign. Although it's just life point boost alpha. That might be nothing. We've been going first every single game for some reason. I don't even want to use... Well, there's no reason not to, right? Because I could just do this, get... Maid. Not Maid, they're all Dragonmaids. Get Nurse. As long as there's not like a Veiler. Chamber effect. Go ahead and grab Tidying. We'll drop Changeover. I mean, I guess I want to get max value from that, so we're going to send that either way. Throw out the Shio. Then we'll just set to and pass. So he's got. See what our opponent has got for us. Is this going to be some sort of toxic deck? That's always going to be the question. So Shio is just going to bring back the Lonely Chamber. We'll take the Chamber effect. My question is, what do I want here? I kind of want to take Downtime, because if this is going to be some sort of toxic deck, Downtime's going to help me like chew through it a bit better. Okay, so it's Blue Eyes. Which one's this one? This is... This gets rid of a monster. I could just put it back in his hand. That way I get to maintain my Omni. Because you can only summon it once per turn. Set a back row. Set a defense monster. And pass. Okay. Well, I mean, this works for me. I guess we do just shoot off Shio. We'll bring out Uranus. The only issue is I could do a Link Summon, but Shio is now in the way of Link Summoning, so I don't want to do that. I mean, I suppose as long... It depends what the back row is, because I could still Link Summon, but I would have to not use Chamber, which I don't think is worth. I don't even know if it's worth playing. I think it's better to keep a card in hand. So we will just go to... Battle... Assuming this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, it's just egg. Alright, I don't think you can set Blue Eyes because of the skill. Right, let's just see what he's got. I have no reason to do any of that. You can use the White Stone of Ancients, which is fine. I don't care about that. Let's see what he does. Summons out the Dragon Spirit of White. What are you hitting? You're hitting Downtime. Does this just destroy it? Banish it. I mean, that's annoying, but like... Yeah? I'll allow it. Do I care about this? If he's going to summon out the other one, he's going to have the negate ready. We can just flip it down, though. We'd lose a 3000 guy. I will use Shio here. I don't want him getting out another big pain in the ass card that I can't deal with very easily. Let's put it here. That way I actually have link plays, potentially. You got what, 2 Book of Moons? Sets a back row, reveals the blue eyes, summons the alternative, activate Book of Moon, lift it down, activates Ultimate Fusion. I mean, I can't do anything about that, so, yep. I don't know why we're activating it in response as well. That seems a bit weird. So you're going to get to pop a card, right? And it's at resolution, so I can't do anything about it. It's annoying. Okay. I mean, if that's it. Brings this guy back. But what if you were face down? All right. So this should be pretty simple to play out. We'll go changeover, add you back. Oh, he's got something. Rack down is annoying, but not the end of the world. That is even less annoying. Okay. Thank you. Guess someone doesn't understand how that interaction works. Then what? We just summon Chamber. Chamber effect. We'll go ahead and grab, probably just tidying again realistically. We'll go ahead and use changeover. We'll make you, using you and you. Summon you out here. I like having the space free. We'll set. We'll go to battle. We'll use chamber effect. Bring back Uranus. Oh, why did I have my... Bro. I deserve to lose this. I deserve to lose this. I literally was like, go to battle, use my effect. Okay, now go to battle. That was just full dumbass, bro. Full dumbass. I mean, I'm probably still fine, realistically, but like, there was no reason. There is no reason that I should be in this situation. Massive, massive brain fart. Okay. I mean, we should still just be completely fine, right? Like, what can he do? Oh, wait, yeah. I couldn't kill it by battle anyway. So it doesn't matter. This is the issue is, I never actually try to kill Burst Dragon in combat. I just never do. It never comes up. Jeez, look at just all these effects we have. I'm just going to summon my Tin Heck. Out you come. The battle. Go get him. Even Kite Road won't save you from this. It's right, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. We're getting back into the swing of things. Slowly but surely. Three wins on the board. Alright, let's go again. Let's go again. Let's see what we go against this stuff. We did expect Blue Eyes. It's one of those weird things where there's just some interactions that I just never experience because I haven't played against a deck with a certain deck, right? So, for example, I've played against Blue Eyes a ton. I've played against Twin Burst a ton. But usually, I send it to the graveyard or I pop it with a Frightful Tiger, right? So it's never come up that I've been like, oh, I can just attack over it. So its battle prevention destruction has not mattered to me up until this point. Okay. I mean, this is a pretty good hand. We're going second, which means... Oh, he hasn't got a skill, which means it's probably going to be a nothing duel. How much attack has Nurse got? 500. Okay. Oh, okay. Why aren't we using a skill then if we're actually playing the game? After you normal summon this card, you can normal summon a Ritual Beast monster from your... during your main phase. This is your normal summon set. I'll summon out Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. We're going to use Ritual Beast Bond. Special summon a Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So who's coming out? It is going to be the Canahawk. Okay. Once per turn, you can target 2 Grand Ritual Beast cards. Return to the graveyard. If you do, add 1 Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. So just to search for anything. During either player's turn, you can return this card. You control the extra deck, target 2 of your banished monsters, and special summon them. Okay. WTF Ritual Beast. I played against... I've never played the deck myself. I played against it a very, very long time ago. So... we're going to have to try and remember exactly how this works. And TCG, they're pretty good at the moment. Well, like, this is a nothing board, right? This is just nothing. Am I high? Eh. Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll take it. It's one of these things where I feel like usually people will just either do nothing or they'll play out the game. So it's a bit weird that he would, like, make a play and then, like, I activate my skill, bro just, like, immediately scoops. I guess the hope is that it's, like, it's a threatening display like a peacock. It's like, I've made plays. I am a real player. You must scoop now. Zane Truesdale again. Is this the same Zane player? Mates downtime. Right, he's going first. All right, how do we beat Vimana Cyber in Cyber Dragon Infinity, guys? What is the strat to beat that board? Never mind, it might not matter. Alright, we need to use both of our skills. So we'll do that now. We'll grab downtime. Activate the other half. I really don't know what's worth keeping. Like, we're probably going to want Nurse in the graveyard either way. Question is, what do I grab here? Grabbing you is okay. I've already got the trap card, so I don't really feel like I need another one. We'll probably take Parla. Just put one in the bin. So we'll summon out Parla. Parla will send our fusion. We will activate our changeover. Target. We use downtime. We'll add this back to our hand as well. We'll grab... Probably... Are we grabbing another Tidying? I guess there's not really much else to take right now, so sure. We'll go ahead and drop Changeover. We'll make Shio by using you and you. Set 1. Set 2. Go to battle, and we'll see what he's got. Okay, it's hers. It gets hers effect to search for a Cyber Dragon. I don't think we negate that. But who knows? I mean, if he is literally about to drop a Jizakuro on me, then it was the correct play to negate that. Kind of. We'll use Shio effect. Bring back Nurse. Nurse effect. Bring back Parlor. Oh, he's disconnecting. He's disconnecting. Let's see what bro's got for us. Is he going to remain, or has he closed the game? Yeah, I haven't really seen much Ritual Beast in... Nope, he's still disconnecting, but just let me play on. I haven't really seen much Ritual Beast in TCG. Like I follow TCG a bit. I haven't really seen Ritual Beast much outside of, like, a couple of people, like, mentioned it. Oh, heck, is that a Cyber Dragon? Using Veer's effects. Okay. Cyber Style Evolution. They're both level 5. Goes into Nova. I will now reveal Dragonmaid Tidying. And with its power, I will put Nurse back into my hand and put your Cyber Dragon Nova back into your hand. And then he passes the turn. Sure, I will activate Shio. And I will just summon out Nudyal. I guess I will just go to battle. Sure, why not? We'll use Parlor. And I will summon Lorpa. And then I will not try to go to battle again, because we are already in the battle phase. Boosh. Go, Nudyal. Finish it. It's okay. It's a bit boring to see, but it still works. Isn't it like a really... Is it meant to be like a really difficult deck? Like, the whole gimmick of Ritual Beasts is that you have, like, a whole bunch of, like, once per turns that you have to keep track of, as well as... There's also, like, specific ways you can resolve cards that kind of, like, have... Like, you can only complete part of the effect. I remember there being some gimmick with Ritual Beasts that made them, like, challenging to play, especially in real life. Let's go again. I'm surprised we haven't run into many heroes. I suppose most of the hero players are probably already, like, up there. Like, the bad hero players are probably still at, like, 18, 19. And the good hero players will have qualified, like, day 1. Cyrus Truesdale. What on earth is this going to be? I don't even know what Cyrus skills there are. Alright, we'll go Maid's Downtime. I think we send Parlor here. Doesn't matter. Whatever we send, I don't think it really matters. So we just need any big one. I guess we'll just grab one of the weaker ones. We'll grab, like, Ernest. Normal summon chamber. Chamber effect gets us changeover. Changeover gets us into Shio. We'll put it here, because in case I do want to make a link play, which did actually come up before. Set double tidying. We just have that in there, right? Yeah, there's nothing else. Right. Shio effect is going to bring back probably just chamber. I don't think I just want like the third tidying in the graveyard immediately. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know what he's on. I think I'll take hospitality. I think it's like the safest option. Ancient Gear Fortress. I mean, do I stop this? I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to use Shio out of an abundance of, like, I have no idea what your plan is. So he just slaps down another one, and I'm just like, bruh. Okay, so this lets him search any ancient gear from his deck. That's fine. Grabs box, activates box. That's fine. Lets him grab frame. Wait to see if he has frame. But the issue is, if he had frame, wouldn't I not be able to react to it? Because his spell card stops me from reacting to his cards, right? So I was like, if this sticks and he does something important I need to interact with, I will no longer be able to interact with it. That's the logic. Okay, I mean, that's fine then. It's just that. Right, we'll go chamber. Chamber effect. Don't think it matters at this point. We'll grab downtime. We'll use changeover. We'll put chamber back in hand. We'll grab this out. We will activate changeover. Summon out the Shio by using you and you. Just set. So he's got, if he has anything. Okay, we good. We Gucci. We Gucci. It's one of those things, I don't, like, I know the Ancient Gear cards, like, to an extent. I don't know 100% of them and 100% what they do. But when he put down a card which says, like, your opponent cannot react to your Ancient Gear cards, I was like, well, theoretically, I now can't use Shio for the rest of the turn. So I was like, we'll get rid of that. Because also it lets him, like, it lets him get out a free boss if he got one. Like, it wasn't just that one part of the effect. But I was like, this is probably worth hitting as long as it doesn't have, like, exactly another copy of it. Yami Bakura. So Bakura is usually zombies, right? What does this hand do? If I send that to graveyard and grab anything else, it has to be Nurse. Summon Nurse, bring it back, Fuse, set 2 pass. Or we just summon, set 3 pass. I think summon set 3 pass is probably better. So I don't know what a lone kitchen does on its own. Hello, I am Tony. We're playing Dragonmaids. Yeah, but I don't know what the search gets me. I think we just take this. I think we just set these 3 pass. Because this way I feel like I'm in a pretty good position if I draw any other Dragon Maid. If there was a better line there, I don't know what it was. Like, I could have gone kitchen and like double back row. Like that would have been like okay. I mean, I can't do anything about this, unfortunately. Zombie World again is... It's one of those things where if I feel like you just deal with Zombie World, the whole game just goes a lot better. But like, how often can you just deal with Zombie World? Goes for the trade-in. So that's 2 back row, goes to end phase. It's not a dragon anymore. That's so annoying. Yeah. So now he just gets Baylor drop back. So this is... Christ, okay. I could try and flip it down and then just do my plays. Right, let's go Book of Moon. Let's see what he does to this. There's a chance he just immediately blows a negate on this. No, he just lets it go. Okay, interesting. So we will go Maid's Downtime. We'll send this. I just need any of the big guys. We'll grab Ernest. We'll go Changeover. Oh, when a zombie effect activates. Right. Again, Baylor is not a deck I play a lot myself. We'll get out Shio. I don't even... Like... Even if I attack over Baylor, it just comes back next turn anyway, so I don't even know if that was worth it. Read Diffusion. End of the damage step. This card battled a monster that had an original level. That monster's attack becomes 0. If this monster is face up with the field, push summon yeah. I mean, that's fine, right? I can't do anything about it. Do we just lose? Like, do we just straight up just lose? We've got nothing we can do. I'm not... Was there a way for me to win this game? Like, did I make a mistake? Or was this just... He had everything, the game was over from the start? Because this doesn't feel like I had any chance whatsoever. I feel like no matter how I played my hand, I always lost. Well, we're doing this, aren't we? I think it has to be this, even though this is still going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. You could have done other plays, but I'm saying that with prior knowledge of the deck. But, like, I still don't think any of those other plays win the game, is the issue. Like, how do I beat, like, Super Poly? I didn't read that, but I don't think it matters. I literally think this guy basically opened, like, the best hand he possibly could, and my hand couldn't beat it. That's how this feels. It's Tribute Summon Baylordrock, okay. Super Poly isn't the issue, it's Baylordrock. Yeah, but, like, if I don't have the cards I need to beat Baylordrock, that's sort of irrelevant, isn't it? Does this negate and destroy? No, it just negates the effect. Nothing I can do about that. And then he's going to IDP anyway, so that's just game. Cringe. Cringe, cringe, cringe. There was just... I literally think there was nothing I could do. I don't think there was any way I can play that hand in any better way that lets me win that game. I think I was just fucked from the get-go. I think he just literally opened God Hand and went first. And well, he didn't even go first, did he? I went first. Well, to be fair, I also kind of bricked. Like, if I opened a way to get to Shio, I guess it's a different game because I just get rid of his zombie wog. Okay, so we can do this. Let's grab our mate's downtime for free. Send Parla, we'll grab Nurse. Summon Nurse. Activate Nurse. Target you. Use the effect of Parla. Send Tidying. We will then change over. We'll make Shio. We'll send you. And you. Get Shio out. Bro, Manicus subscribed? The ads annoyed me. I mean, I appreciate that you don't like the ads, and I appreciate that you do that for me.
Just subscribed for 2 months. The ads annoyed me.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, we'll go change over target Nurse. Downtime. Target Nurse. And then here, I don't think it really matters. We just need any monster. I guess I'll grab Chamber. Then we'll drop Changeover. Go into House by using this and this. Here comes House. Set and pass. But yeah, thanks again, Manicus. Really do appreciate the sub. Bring back Nurse. We'll use Nurse effect to bring back Chamber. And then I use Chamber effect to grab probably just Hospitality. Alright, this feels like a pretty good turn one. Let's see what he's got. The Swords of Revealing Light, you say? I will allow it. We've got Gawain. Glory of the Noble Knights. Okay. Let's see what Gawain has for me. Which of your many swords will you equip? Okay. The Fusion Sword Murasame Blade. I can target this. I use downtime. That was more just for fun than anything else. So we had the negate for whatever the back row is, so now it's just summon a guy. But you don't have to use a normal summon. Just summon out Chamber. Chamber effect. We'll grab a Tidying. We use downtime. Put it back in the old hand. Target the Swords of Revealing Light. There's not really a reason to summon it again, other than I can. Do we even have any high levels in the grave? No, we don't. Battle. Go get him, champ. So he needs what? Kite Roid and a back row to stop me? Okay. We did it! I mean, again, it was a nothing duel, right? That was it wasn't exactly a real duel, but we still won. We still won. It's so weird how we kind of get like two different sides of the spectrum, where it's either just like an absolute nothing game that just does not matter whatsoever, or it's like we've been absolutely floodgated, we can't do anything, we've been completely blown out of the water. There's like nothing in between at the moment. But it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. We're enjoying the Dragonmaids. Tomato, what legend trap do you want us to get next? Ooh. It's a hard one to answer. Like, what do I... Because, like, I could predict which one I think we're going to get next. We're also just opening this up. Just completely covering it so you can't see the duel anymore. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Okay, so while it's my turn, we'll do this. First things first, we will go ahead and use Maid's Downtime. Send this. We'll go ahead and grab Nurse. We'll just do our turn quick, and then I'll jump in and take a quick look at the legends, I think. We use Nurse. Nurse brings back Parlor. Parlor effect. Send changeover. Changeover effect. Put Parlor back. Activate changeover. Go for Shio, using you and you. The popular answer seems to be Magic Cylinder. The thing is, Magic Cylinder is like the big... It is such a big problem card, but I don't think we want it in the game, right? Because Magic Cylinder just turns from... Right now, people can make the argument that if you don't have like negate attack, a lot of the time you just kind of die in Rush. But now Magic Cylinder is going to be, well, now if you have Magic Cylinder, you can just kill your opponent out of nowhere. Which I don't think that like fixes the issue. It just now inverts the issue. Like Magic Cylinder to me seems awful to have. Let me just go and check out the legend traps. So trap and legends. What's probably doing tanky? Yeah, you can tanky. What are we looking for here? So we have Treacherous could maybe come out. Malevolent Catastrophe's alright. Icarus attack doesn't seem worth it if we don't have very many good winged beasts at the moment. Christ, I have to read all these ancient warrior cards. Minimize that again so you guys can see. During your main phase, you can summon one HP from your hand. If you do, damage equals level times 50. Type one HP, change back attribute. If you do. Then, if you target an opponent's monster, you can take control of it. I mean, I don't really want you to take control of my guy. I have no idea where I'm supposed to interrupt this deck. We're just going to negate this. I'm flying so unbelievably blind that we are just going to click buttons. What does this one do? It's good at tidying it away. I just don't want to deal with it whatsoever. Get back in your hand. Okay, that seemed to work. No reason to do you, is there? So we can go change over, put this back in the hand. Where's my other dragon maid? Is it in there? It is in there, okay. So we'll normal summon Parlor. Parlor effect. Don't think it matters too much what I send here. We'll just send a big one we don't draw into. Get out the Shio. Just go to battle. Use Parlor. Bring out Tinkek. Go get him. Inflict death. Also, hello, Sakadetsu. Compulsory is fine. You negate this one. It's a starter. I assume we're talking about the monster that came down, right? Or we talk about the spell. What were they called? I can scroll up. So there was the Masterful Sun Mao. Interrupting Masterful is the way. Okay. Deception and Betrayal. I'm guessing it was probably like a nothing card, but I'm just like... I gotta go for a bit. Hopefully back before you end up. Well, hope you have a good time, Manicist. But yeah, welcome on in, Sakadetsu. I don't know, Psychic can take a hit. Dragons lose one attack on their fusion and Assurus Double Cry. The thing is, if we're looking at it from that perspective, then does it matter? Because negate attack stops all the attacks anyway, right? The big issue that Magic Cylinder has is there are going to be a lot of decks in the future that their entire thing is making a big guy. So Magic Cylinder originally was released as a deterrent to that meta because we have like a lot of big anime guys that just OTK your opponent. So for example, we get Seven's Gears. His whole thing, attack twice, have like 8,000 attack. We're going to get Eternal Galactic Oblivion. His whole thing, go up to like 8,000 attack. There's a lot of cards, like Cyber Dragon, when they get like Power Bond and stuff, that the whole thing, make a guy that's got massive amounts of attack. So Magic Cylinder just becomes a auto-win card in the right meta, which is why I've never liked Magic Cylinder. And Magic Cylinder, still to this day, since it came out, like, so what, like 2 years ago till right now, is still the most popular Legend Trap in the game. So it's one of those things where I feel like Magic Cylinder is so often a massive point of contention, where so many times games are just won and lost entirely off of Magic Cylinder. What is this deck? This deck is called Animagica. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of the English cards at the moment. This is like a brand new deck. Animagica Leader is an old card, but pretty much everything else in here is new. Or at least like from the monsters. It's a cool deck. Like, what would I personally like to see? I kind of like... Which is the mirror force that makes them all go face down? Not that one. Is it Quaking? I kind of like Quaking Mirror Force. I really like Quaking because it doesn't interfere with your opponent's board, but it does make it so that your opponent doesn't kill you, right? So I guess it's similar to Negate Attack in a lot of ways, except you can use it in, like, you can use it a bit more proactively in the sense that you can flip stuff down so you can attack over at the following turn, when Negate Attack just, like, gives you another chance to draw into a hand that can out the board. Hello, Cyclone Valley. Welcome, welcome. Sounds like any Legend Trap to me. The difference, I guess, with a lot of the other Legend Traps, like, Negate Attack doesn't win you the game, right? Negate Attack can put you in a position to win the game. Negate Attack can be the main linchpin as to why you won the game, but Negate Attack on its own will not win the game. Magic Cylinder, literally, can end the game on its own. Like, without any other cards, it doesn't matter what other cards are in your hand, it doesn't matter what other cards you have on the field, Magic Cylinder can just end the game immediately. That is why I don't like Magic Cylinder, because it's very toxic. It's a very, very toxic card, and if it did come out, you would just have people saying, oh, I lost another game to Magic Cylinder. Oh, he had Cylinder, so I died. Magic Cylinder, like, lost me another game. Magic Cylinder just won me another game. Like, it's literally just that. Where, right now, we have that to an extent, right, with Negate Attack, but it is not anywhere near the same thing. It is not anywhere near the same thing. Are we ready for Go Huck Up? I mean, so this is actually really funny. So first off, I go on record to say I don't play Go Huck Ups, as in I don't grind them, right? I will get to second stage. I will play casually in the second stage. I'll play like 20, 30 games or something. And I'll have a good time doing it. And I do really enjoy playing in the Go Huck Up. But even if I wanted to go hard and try and push for, like, you know, top 10 or something, every single weekend where the Goha Rush Festival is on, I am always busy. And next month, I am free every weekend except the Goha Rush weekend, which is so amusing to me. Because again, I wouldn't push it either way. I wouldn't be pushing for top 10 regardless. But I couldn't if I wanted to. And it's so funny. It's so funny. I wonder if King's Majesty being unlimited would be okay. So the major issue with King's Majesty being unlimited is it's generic, and it requires a big chunk of your deck to be, like, part of this engine. Because, like, if you've got 3 King's Majesty, are you still just going to play, like, 3 Goat? Now, realistically, you're probably going to play 3 Goat plus 3 of something else. We need Earthbound Unlimited? I mean, that's what I've been saying. Or, like, Earthbound to 2, I think, would be fine as well. Because if Earthbound was at 2, people would play most likely just 1 copy of it. So, that way the meta wouldn't get too stally, but you would still have an extra trap to help you survive. So I think that's the primary issue, is we have a lack of defensive options. I think that is, realistically, the problem everyone has with the current meta, is people don't like dying out of nowhere. The secondary option, or problem, in my opinion, is Psychic gain too many life points. And ironically, the people who complain about that most are dragons, because against non-psychic decks, dragons can kill you very quickly. Against psychic decks, they usually need an extra turn. Which is very funny, how, like, the second best deck, arguably, is, like, awkward into... is complaining about the first best deck. It's very funny to me. Earthbound sucks versus dragons. Yes, I guess. It's really good into Dragius, and it's really good into Miragius. It is really bad into the fusions. Well, it kind of is. Would it be... is it that bad against dragons? Like, it's not going to, like, shut them down completely, but it will halve the damage output they put out, which is still okay. A lot of the time, I feel like Call of the Earthbound will save your life. So, I don't know, maybe it'll be alright. Oh no, Earthbound. Earthbound specifically. No, you are absolutely right. I was thinking of Majesty. I was thinking of Majesty. No, yeah, you are 100% correct. I don't know, I find Psychic more manageable now, unless they God Hand. Dragons are a problem though, lol. So, it depends, right? Psychic do need to put in a bit more effort, right? They can't just find one of their combo pieces and then win the game, whereas dragons can, right? Because dragons just need to find one of their boss monsters, right? And then the skill gets them fusion, the skill gets them the dragon. Realistically, you're going to, like, do full combo very, very easily. Psychic need to they kind of need to set up their graveyard. They kind of need to find 2 of their combo pieces to actually get the fusion going, because the skill can only search for 1, and we can't dump the like Prima or the, well, I guess we can't dump the Prima into the graveyard on the turn that we want to grab part of the combo. So it's awkward, but we still historically seen Psychic do better. And especially in this current meta, we have just seen Dragons are now overtaking them in tournament results, but Psychic still have more tournament wins. It's just Dragons are now topping more often. So there is now a debate as to whether Dragons are the best deck or whether Psychic is the best deck now. But the big annoyance, I think, regardless of which side of the fence you're on, is nobody likes just dying out of nowhere. Where's the KC grind? I mean, we were talking about Rush. I mean, there's KC grind going on in the background, Cyclone. There it is, see? We just won a game. But I guess to answer your initial question of what trap card would I like to see, I personally am a big fan of Compulsory Evacuation Device. I would love Compulse to come out. But Compulse is very, very powerful. Against some decks, it's really useless, which is what I think kind of balances it in a way. Like, against the Maximum, what does this card do? It goes back in their hand, they summon it again. Against a Tribute Summon, it can be annoying, but a lot of the time they'll just summon it again. But like against Fusion decks, it's really, really, really good. And what are the 2 problem decks in the format right now? They are Fusion decks. Now, the big issue is, those decks would get to use this card as well. And that's always going to be a big problem, right? We've been dying out of nowhere since Matarian format. No, since Overlord format. I'm used to it now. It still doesn't mean it's acceptable. Like, alright, the reason that the Noodle Ninja deck got so popularized is because I was dying to Magnum Overlord, and I said, this is bullshit. I'm going to build this deck in a way where I get a 100% win rate against Magnum Overlord. So I did that, and then won 2 tournaments in Japan. Then Moki Moki picked up the deck, made it even better than it was when I made it, and then we had like a top tier deck, right? That is literally how the Noodle Ninja Burn Stall deck came into play, right? It's so funny how just a absolute distaste for getting OTK'd can really, really warp the game. It's like originally, the card people had banned was Essel. The reason people wanted Essel banned is because Essel going second, you could just win the game, right? You could summon out Innovator or Dragius, and at the time, that was so much presence, so much like aggression, so much damage, that would just end the game, right? Then we got Matarian, and then the big card again people wanted hit was Type Change Beam, because no one liked just getting OTK'd. The rest of Matarian is fine, right? Ashura Star popping back row, fine. Spinning away your monsters is annoying, but like, it's manageable. Vritra Star changing your monsters' battle positions, completely fine. Popping monsters can be really strong, but like isn't like insane. It was literally just Ashura Star OTKing you. That was the only part of Matarian everyone absolutely detested. But again, we kind of power crept Matarian out of the way with like another OTK deck in Psychic. The difference is Psychic can play on a different axis. It doesn't have to just OTK you all the time. You can just keep gaining life points, keep building up resources, play a really strong grind game. So when Dragons came out, and it's basically doing what Psychic was doing, but arguably in a better way, in a more streamlined way, but not in a very flexible way. And it became very, very popular because 1, Dragons, who doesn't love Dragons? 2, most of it's from a deck build, which is very easy to get your hands on, so everyone's playing it, especially on ladder. And 3, it's very easy to pilot, like especially if you compare it to Psychic, which actually requires a bit of cognitive function to make the deck actually play. Playing Dragons is extremely simple. You summon 2 guys, you tribute them, you summon your boss, you press the yellow button, you then make your fusion, you attack, right? There's not a whole ton of depth to it, right? But I think all of those factors compound on top of each other and have made Dragon the boogeyman. But in my opinion, it's just a symptom of the fact that we're playing with 6,000 life points. Skills make our decks too consistent. People often forget that we have 10 less cards in our deck than these decks were designed to be played with, which means we're drawing into everything we need a hell of a lot more consistently. And because of that, it makes this feel even worse when we win or lose based on legends, because theoretically we should be seeing them a lot more often. So when we don't see them, it feels really, really bad. But yeah, I want Compulse. That's what I want. I want Compulse. I really like Compulse. Compul's pretty flexible too. I want Trap Mod. Trap Mod's pretty good. You're right about power creep dynamics for sure. It's one of those things where I think a lot of the time people have been asking for bans, myself included. I wanted Essel gone, I wanted Type Change to be gone, because I think they genuinely made the game worse at the time when they were good, like when they were like overpowered. But what Konami did instead was they just released better things that power crept them, and then they kind of fell into irrelevancy, right? But yeah, Compulse, the one issue really with Compulse, other than the fact that you'd have to ideally finagle it in a way where Psychic and Dragons can't use it, is you can use it when you normal summon a monster. So you could slap down your guy and then flip over Compulse and use it aggressively as well as defensively, which is maybe a little bit too good. Maybe a little bit too good. If you ban Essel, Ursus would be sad. I think Essel never should have come out when it came out. I think, realistically, after Go Rush came out, Essel would have been completely fine. But when it originally came out, it made Machine and Aggro decks insufferable. Insufferable. So I would have just, like, held onto it, released it a bit later, and then it would have been fine. So I think it's a weird cycle that Konami go through, which is I feel like they almost intentionally make metas kind of bad, but, like, in a very heavy-handed way to force players to jump onto the new deck or get left behind. So the only, like, caveat to that, I suppose, if we're talking about Rush specifically, is going to be, like, Psychics, right? Psychic has been such a strong deck for a long time. Like, if we go back to last format, right? Psychic, 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 right? It was just Psychic everywhere. And then we go to the beginning of this format. Psychic, 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 Psychic. Or Psychic down here. And it's like Dragons are now starting to overtake Psychics. Right, if we look over here, we can see the points. We've got 70 points for Dragon, only 59 for Psychic. If we look at tournament wins, Psychic still do outclass. But it's weird that Psychic has been allowed to exist as long as it has. Like, if we go back here, again, no Psychic, right? This was Metarian meta. If we go back to Go Rush, again, this was mostly Metarian meta. And then if we go back beyond that, again, it was Psychic meta. We were back in Psychic. So we had Psychics as the best deck for a long time. Then Go Rush came out and Psychic fell off. And then Psychic came back. And we're still kind of in Psychic meta. And Dragons is obviously exists as well. But it's just interesting that Psychic has been existing for so long without getting hit, I guess. Alright, let's jump into another game. As I like actually playing the game sometimes. I miss Noodles. I miss Noodles too, Cycling. I mean, hopefully we'll get the next wave of Noodles soon. Like, theoretically, it's on the table. Like, I really, really like the Noodle Fusions. So when we get them, I'm going to be very, very happy. Oh, Shiranui. Oh, Shiranui is just like, it's one of those decks that I just don't want to deal with. And the biggest offender of that is always Samsara. I despise Samsara. But let's see what our opponent's got for us. Sorry, I'm late. Hello, Gunkin Shoeship Shari. I was wondering where you were getting to. How are you doing, my friend? We send Solitaire to the grave. Add Squire. Now that I think about it, I haven't had to break a Shiranui board with Dragonmaids yet. I don't know what, like, the intended way to do so is. Because Dragonmaid feels very good, like, defensively, but then when you've got to break a board, it kind of loses a lot of its oomph, I feel. Should have opened Droplet, shake my head. We don't actually have Droplet in this version of the deck. At least with Lorpar in hand, you can negate the Link Monster. That is very true. The only downside is, that means I might not be able to do a Shio play. Well, I suppose I can always do a Shio play, right? I just discard one of the other Dragonmaids and then grab another high level. Which I suppose I could have done anyway. But I suppose I just needed any high level in hand to make that play work. I thought you were going to use Fluffles. So I do kind of want to play Fluffles, but I'm the kind of person, I don't like playing a deck unless I have it finished. Like, I'm just that kind of guy. And I really want to try the Wave King Caesar version, but I haven't maxed Reiji yet, so I need to, or Declan. So I need to finish maxing him, which is what we're doing now. We're playing Declan to get Declan EXP, right? What do you think is coming in the Manabu box? I mean, we already went over this, didn't we, Louise? You were here when we were going through it. What our predictions were. Okay, so this isn't a quick effect, right? So what, we just start with this and see what he does, I think? Fair enough. I might use Fluffles for you then, Adges. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so he comes down. It's got special summon. You can return any number of his zombies. The extra deck, then you can destroy cards, but so because if a zombie cards you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you could banish your monster figure over instead. Okay. So use Maid's downtime. Go ahead and grab this. We will probably just go straight away and activate the effect. Probably just going to send Parla. Now I need any high level. Shouldn't really matter which one, so we'll grab Ernest. We'll summon out Chamber. Chamber effect. Oh, I should have probably actually done it the other way around, but this is fine, I think. We'll grab Changeover. We'll go ahead and activate Changeover. Go for the Shio by using you and you. I could use that. That might be better, because then I could use that to put that back in my hand. Let's get the Shio out. Maybe I didn't want that there. So now we can go Changeover. Target this. Flip over the downtime. Activate the effect. Put Chamber back in the hand. And then... I mean, are we going to negate that, I guess? But if I do that... I guess it's negate and destroy, so it'll be fine. I guess we just want any big dragon. So I'll grab Nudyal. Oh, I don't even need a big dragon, because we've got that on the field already. So what do I want? Any little card? I guess we grab Nurse. We'll drop Changeover. Go for House by using this and this. Set this. Go to Battle Phase. Swing into this. Why did you not die? Can't destroy a battle. But your effects are negated, aren't they? Have I misunderstood something? Can I activate? Okay, okay. That's fine then. We'll just do this. Okay. I did not fully understand how my card worked, which is fine. Alright, Shio effect. We'll grab back the Nurse. Nurse effect. We will grab back Parla. Parla effect. We will grab Tidying. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Welcome back, PRTG. I really hope they reprint Dragius in the new box. Only 100 more times. Well, they'll have to when they release Metageus, right? Just think about it. We're going to get a deck build for Metageus as well. The thing is, we still have so many dragon bosses that we haven't gotten yet. Alright, I need to read these cards to actually understand what they do. Fire monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Synchro monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay, that's good to know. But this can be killed by battle. This can be killed by... Well, this can't be... Yeah, this can be killed by battle. This can be killed with effects. Yes. Okay. Well, I guess this can't be killed with anything because of this. No, I'm being a dumbass. This can't be destroyed by anything. But regardless, I really want to spin his shit anyway, so it might not matter too much. Spirit Master, what exactly do you do? Yeah, I guess. I really don't know where to hit this. Zero Gargius. Yeah, I really like Zero Gears. And Zero Gargius for that matter. Guess that's Squire Saga. Okay. Activate Squire Saga. Oh wait, I should have done this now. Is this on resolution? It is on resolution, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no. Oh yes? Yes. Okay, it is on resolution. That's just me not understanding how the card works. I've no idea what you're doing, but I'm just going to press the button. What would have changed? I would have used it and targeted probably... I don't know. I don't know which one's more important to hit. Probably Supremacy. Hello, Gelato Gaga. Go Huck up next month? Yep. It's one of those things where I feel like we keep getting Gohar Cups and KC Cups for that matter during really weird times in the meta, where it's like there'll be a time where everyone's really happy with the current meta, and then a new product will come out that like breaks that. And unfortunately that's just the meta we're kind of stuck with anyway. Wow. I mean, sure. So you can be popped. So now you can use this effect to protect it. Oh, I should have chained that differently. But I'm running out of time, so I don't have a lot of time to actually consider all of these plays. So what I should have done was target that, then target that. That would have been the correct way to do this. Alright, Parlor. Sure, we'll do this. I don't even know why I would want to have done that, but we've done it now. I guess we can just spin with this. I'm just gonna absolutely just get rid of his shit. I do not want to deal with it whatsoever. Just go away. Are we gonna have the time to get through all of this? Should have done that, but that's fine. Nope, don't have time. Okay, we got there. We got there. We almost timed out, but we got there. Woo! This is the issue. The thing is, I've played against Shiranui enough. I kind of have a gist of what they do, but again, I've never had to try and break them with this before. Like, when I'm playing, like, the Fluffle Orcus deck, like, Dingirsu kind of solves all your problems, right? Dingirsu kind of just goes, go away. I don't care if you have destruction prevention. I don't care if you have protection from targeting. I'm just going to get rid of you anyway, right? And I feel like that's been a crutch that I have lent on for so long. I've never actually had to understand how these cards actually work, right? Like, it's an awkward one. It's an awkward one. I think Konami can ban whatever Cyclone plays. I mean, that does make sense, right? We'll just always hit what Cyclone plays. That's the trick. 2 seconds. Feeling the adrenaline right there. The worst part is, right? The absolute worst part about the timer, right? For me. Because there's a lot of things wrong with the timer. For me, who is, like, not a veteran speed player, let's say. That actually sounds weird, because I was a veteran speed player, and I'm not anymore. But the word veteran kind of... Anyway, I'm not up to date with, like, speed as much as I should be, right? The biggest issue for me with the timer is just when you, like, click a button and just, like, you've done it the quickest you possibly could, the timer still takes, like, 2 or 3 seconds from you. And I'm like, why have you taken 2 or 3 seconds to me when I have immediately, like, frame perfect clicked the card, and because you're buffering, you're loading what's happening, I'm losing time. And it's the most frustrating thing in the world when you're like, all right, all I have to do is use one card, which needs 3 clicks, but I know that's 9 seconds gone. And it's like, ugh. Oh, okay, Ghost Scowl, but it's a archive skill. You mind giving me 2,000 gems? That's not really how that works, Valley. Ugh. Hey, we'll take it. We always take those. We always take those. Let's go again. Yuga sighted. Yugo sighted. Okay, so is this going to be Speedroids? It looks like it is. Speedroids is kind of a pain. This hand doesn't actually do anything. I can make a 3k guy, set 2 Book of Moons. Or, I don't make a 3k guy, and I set 2 Book of Moons. I almost don't want to use the skill. I think we just summon Parlor. This is unfortunately not a very good hand. Dumping a boss into the grave, does that help me in any meaningful way? Realistically, it doesn't. I think I'm better off just sending Tidying. Because that kind of sets me up. Do we set Changeover? I think we're not going to set Changeover. And the logic is that ideally I want this board emptied if I'm surviving. Because then I can use the skill to get the other trap card, I forget what it's called. Glowing Acceleration. Skill, Chamber, Hospitality. Skill for Chamber. Chamber grabs Hospitality. Hospitality gets Parlor. Trap Engrave equals Shio. Ooh, that would have been the play. I didn't even think about that. I literally did not even think about that. I don't want you to... No. Yeah, that definitely was the line. I need to remember that that is a line I can do. I always forget that hospitality is an extender. Okay. What does this thing do? Lose attack. Yeah, whatever. Go for it. Book now. Now I can't be asked, mate. Let him have the cluing. Chain debt since you need hospitality. Ooh, Kite Drake. Haha. So literally the only thing that's changed is he has less monsters on the field and I've lost a Dragonmaid. That is literally it. Yeah, but again, nothing changed. Like, it didn't make any difference if I booked it or not. The only difference is that I would have still had the Dragonmaid on the field, which still doesn't do anything. And he would have had 3 monsters in defense instead of 1. I could use that to do that, use that to get that back. Okay, so we'll go tidying. Bring back Parlor. Parlor effect. We're just sending another tidying. I could send this, but there's no real reason to. We'll just send tidying. We'll go downtime. Use the effect of downtime. Put you back in hand. Grab a Lawpaw. We'll go... I mean, I could use the effect now. There's no real reason to, unless I just want more stuff in the grave. I suppose I do. Have I normal summoned this turn? No, I haven't. I'll go downtime. Send this. I'll just get something else that I want for later. We'll grab Nurse. Normal Nurse. Nurse effect. Bring back Parlor. We'll go changeover. Go for Shio. We'll use you because I want you in the graveyard anyway. We'll use Lawpaw. We'll go into Shio. Set this. We'll go to battle and we'll just swing over. Oh, here's a destruction effect. Sent to graveyard, you can add a speed roid from your deck to your hand. Yeah, that's whatever. Well, I couldn't have killed him if I negated there, but I could have got an extra 3,000 damage in, which would have been very funny. I'm gonna use prize. What does this one do? Special in your hand, battle phase, because special effect, you control, keep this card, set the graveyard. Okay, it's fine, whatever. Alright, we'll pass on this. We'll go Shio effect. It's going to use Wheel. Guess I'll stop that. I think. This seems like a good use of this. We'll grab back Parlor, I think. Let him gamble? Nah. Don't really need anything is my current, like, thing. We'll just put Ernest in the grave. Sure, we'll use this. Put this back. And we'll put this back. Oh, I say no. It's fine. Goes to end phase. We draw for turn. Target this. Summon this out. Because why not? We'll go changeover. Pop this back in the hand. We'll use this. Grab that. Activate changeover. Make Shio again. We use this. We use this. Summon out Parlor. Parlor effect. I don't know. You. Go to battle. Parlor's effect. Get out Lorpar. Your effect. No! Ah! Ah! I do that too often! Ah, that's so annoying! No, I don't want to do it. I'm running out of time, bro. I ain't got time for this shit. Ah, all I had to do was fucking attack. I mean, this is sort of irrelevant, right? I should have negated it with that. It's fine, I don't care. Do not care. The issue is I'm running out of time. That's why I'm, like, clicking like this. Otherwise, it would have been fine. Okay. Now he goes into Crystal Wing. It goes into this one, okay. Oh, he's chain blocked it, the little bastard. We're out of time anyway, so we're just going to give up on that. Alright, that was a win. Okay, that was a win. We 100% won the game. We just... We were in a panic, so we clicked. Ah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Yeah, if we didn't misclick, we do just win the game there. We do just win the game there. So, like, I'm counting that as a win. That's not a loss. We won that. It's fine. Oh, okay. This is our first salad game. Our first salad game. Oh, it's not even actual salads. Okay. We're actually still on a win to level up. Okay, interesting. Oh, you know, it would be a shame if you got timed out, Valley. Man, that's a shame anyway. What do we want to do here? We will activate Maid's Downtime. We'll send Chamber here. We'll grab Nurse. And we'll take it. Mate, talk shit, get hit. That's how it works. That's how it works. You don't want to get timed out, don't talk shit. Alright. Let's see what the next one's got. Dark Tomato Arc. If moderating my own chat is like the dark art, then I don't want to know what it's like when we're not moderating the chat. Is this going to be Winged Dragon of Ra? It's either going to be Ra or like Toxic Burn. Either way, it's kind of lame. Although we are going second into Ra. If it is Ra. It is Ra. Okay. How do maids beat Ra? Again, this is just a matchup I haven't had to play before. So what? He makes Winged Dragon of Ra? It's like, if I remember, he gets out the Immortal Phoenix, and then like it goes back to the graveyard at the end of the turn. But I don't really have like proactive plays as maids. That's kind of always been the issue. Okay. Send Immortal Phoenix, grab Monster Reborn. Sphere mode 4K unaffected by everything. But that's what I mean. How do I beat that? Like, how do I beat that consistently? Like, I could get like Tin Heck and just attack over it, but like, then what? Like, at first I have to find that, which I don't even have in my hand right now. Kaiju. But I don't play any of those kaijus. Activates True Sun God. Brings back Immortal Phoenix. But this thing goes back to the graveyard, right? During the end phase, send this card to the graveyard, special summon a Winged Dragon of Ra, ignoring its summoning conditions. But I suppose the thing is now I have to just kill this, right? I can't target with attacks or card effects. And I can't attack directly? Did you get Underworld Goddess? No, I do not have it. If I can get this out. I have no realistic way to do that, though. Use the skill. Do that. Use that to get one. That could dump. Use that to get it out. Then how do I get the other one? We just can't. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way we can out this. So I guess instead we just go for hopefully a play that can survive. But even then, I don't even think that's going to work. Oh, why am I summoning? I should have used the bloody skill first. I'm too busy, like, racking my head with how to deal with this that I'm not thinking clearly. I mean, it's not perfect, but it still kind of gets the job done. Because now we can get this out. Don't know why I sent that one specifically, but I guess it is what it is. I'll grab Nidyal here. Go change over into Shio. That's kind of it. Do not think this is going to go our way. We're probably going to die this turn, to be honest. We'll see what we can do. But I'm not feeling remotely confident. Hello, Kazumi. Welcome, welcome. I mean, can I just negate this? I don't know if it's the right play, but I'm gonna do it. Out you come. Has he used Monster Reborn yet? He has. Swords Revealing Light. Okay, I don't care about that. Was that it? Was that all we needed to do? No way. No way, just that on its own has stopped him. Oh my god. Okay. I was like, okay, we're kind of screwed, and then it was like, no, everything's completely fine apparently. Just don't even worry about it. We'll go chamber. Have you been Nibiru'd yet? No, we have not. But there's still time. Bro is on McDonald's Wi-Fi right now. Right, we'll go change over. Put this back in hand. Use this. Put this back in hand. Put that back. Go change over. Straight back into Shio. By using this and go. Set this. Sure, we'll use hospitality as well. Why not? Just in case he's got some stall shenanigans. Oh yeah, someone's in defense mode. This must be being a dumbass. I keep getting confused between Shio's summon and hospitality summon, and there's one other summon. I can't remember what it is, but one of them, I think that one has to be defense. I think the other ones can be attack or defense. No, they're going to rage quit. Look at all these people playing different decks in the Hero Cup. All you have to do is be nowhere near the top ranks, and then it's fine. We haven't played against a single hero today. Also, hello, Zaki boys. I didn't expect them to put it in the game, but I'm not surprised it's behind a paywall for now. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one. A lot of decks don't spam special summon. Now, some of them do, right? Like, oh, yeah, speak of the devil. But like salads are going to go absolutely nuts with their special summoning. Okay, going second into heroes. I don't think we win these, but we'll see what we can do. I'm pretty sure we're just kind of bone, unless like he is bricked. Because the issue is he's just going to super poly Shio. He has no other reason to do anything else other than super poly Shio, so we can't like force it out early. Is that a polymerization? And a super poly. And we've also opened downtime just to make it even more mildly frustrating that we're now down a card. Going second as well. Hard drops the poly. Okay. Who are we making here? Sunrise? Okay. Sunrise, grab Miracle. What are we making with Miracle? Another Sunrise? Discards the Wing Karibo level 6. It's always Sunrise. It's always Sunrise. Welcome back, by the way, Valley. I do not think... Realistically, how do we win this? So he's going to set a Super Poly. Our win con is that he doesn't set another back row. Like, if he like, passes now... Alright. We can maybe do things. So step 1. Activate skill. Very sadly, we have to use this from our hand, which is not going to be ideal. So we... how are we doing this? We have to get... We don't have to do anything. I kind of want to, I suppose. Do we just drop Parla immediately? It's like... arguably, like, the safer option, but, like, it's... Alright, we're going to use Maid's Downtime here. We are going to send the Parlor. I want the Nurse to get the extra value. We'll see if this ends up working out or not. We summon Nurse. Use the effect of Nurse. Bring back Parlor. Can't you bait the Super Poly? The thing is, if he's smart, he just holds Super Poly forever until we get out Shio. But we can force the Super Poly. So we dump the changeover. We activate changeover. Target Parla. Then we'll go downtime. Target Parla. Okay, this forces Super Poly. Gets that Great Tornado. We still get that back to our hand. Hardly attack defense for all monsters I control. Yeah, I do not care. So now we just hard drop changeover. Get the Shio out. What is that back row? Set 1. Set 2. Enter the battle phase. Wait. Pass. Alright. What's he got? We get Shio effect. Bring back Nurse. Nurse effect. Bring back Parla. Parla effect. Send Tidy. going to use Warning Point. That monster cannot attack. Its effects can't be activated. I do not care. You can turn off my parlor if you want. Miracle Fusion. Do we stop Miracle Fusion? I do kind of want to stop Miracle Fusion. Does it matter? I will stop the Miracle Fusion, but I don't know if it actually matters, because whatever he summons, I could just, like, compulse it anyway. I don't think any of his guys do anything impactful on summon. Like, Sunrise into another Miracle is probably the scariest thing, which would actually be a big problem. Oh crap, what does this thing do? Okay. I mean, do I need to book it? It's only when I activate monster effects, right? Declares an attack by activating monster effects on the field. If I just don't activate a monster effect, it just doesn't matter. Go away. Go downtime. Pop this back in the old hand. So I guess now we can book it. Which I guess we could have done just now, but it doesn't really make a difference either way, I don't think. Yeah, we just don't use this here. We'll book this face down. Just to completely turn it off. We can go changeover. This back to hand. Downtime. Target. Grab. Earnest, why not? We'll just go ahead and drop the changeover. No, don't do that. Oh, I thought I was targeting. Okay, it shouldn't. Is it going to matter? It might matter. Ah, the misclicks are killing me. It's like actually so annoying. Yeah, whatever. Let's just click buttons. Let's just click buttons. Oh, that is actually so aggravating that I just did that. That is so... I have no one to blame but myself, but that is so actually annoying that I now don't have lethal. Bro, the bloody misclick. We're actually going to lose. We're actually going to lose because of that. We're actually going to lose because of the stupid misclick. That was the freest win of all time. Yep, I get it. You guys are little shit. Gets back the armed dragon. Flips up the armed dragon. I put the armed dragon back in his hand. I should have won this game already. This is so sad. Because now I have to deal with this shit again. I literally already won this game, but I fat-fingered so hard. And it's so annoying. Alright, we'll summon out kitchen. Yeah, sure, why not? Said something great. Oh, why don't... Wait, that's turned on Karibo! Wait, Warning Point is actually fine. Yeah, that's okay. Now go changeover. We go into Shio. Swing. Negate. Bring back house. Swing the house. Jesus, we almost punted that in like 3 different ways. Holy shit, I am just an idiot. I am actually just an idiot. The fact we somehow still came out of that with a win was no shy of a miracle. It's just... I think, to be fair, that was either the first or second time that we fat-fingered just because we were impatient, rather than, like, a timer was up my ass. Now the game gets delayed by 10-20 minutes. At least while I'm here, you're not the biggest idiot. I mean, I've definitely got to be competing. I'm definitely in the running, for sure. I'll tell you that much. Oh, my God. On the plus side, if anyone... feels like, you know, they're struggling, you know, maybe they're they think, oh, I'm not a very good player, you could just watch me, because then that's got to be the biggest confidence boost of all time. Just watch me struggle and die, and then you could be like, well, at least I'm not as bad as him. Alright, Maid's downtime. That's me. Still don't know what he's on. This is probably the Crystal Beast deck. I literally know almost nothing about what this deck does. Oh, it's Red Eyes, okay. Is this going to be... Which version of the deck is this? Archfiend Black Skull. The Tie That Binds. Okay. What does this guy do again? It burns. Okay. We have everything we need currently. Alright. We use the skill. Grab downtime. Use Maid's downtime. We send Parlor. We'll grab Nurse. Summon Nurse. Nurse get Parlor. Parlor effect. Send Changeover. Activate Changeover. Target Parlor. Activate Downtime. Downtime effects. Target Parlor. Grab whatever we want. I don't really need much, to be honest. I'll grab this. No, I should have done chamber, because then I could have done double fusion, which would just been infinitely better. Because I'm pretty sure you can only use that effect once per turn. So we've already misplayed slightly, but it's fine. Get out the Shio. We'll just set these two. Go to battle. Go get him, little guy. Yeah. It was AD changer. AD changer. Was not ready for that. Right, Shio. Bring back Parla. Parla. We'll send the last tidying. I mean, this is fine, but, like, we still made a misplay, right? We could have had 2 bosses out. Theoretically, we could have gotten for, like, 3,500 damage there. He's ending his turn. Guess I'll do this. Put this back in hand for now. Go Nurse! Nurse is the only thing that matters. Sure, we'll use Shio effect. Come back, Lorpar! Sure, we'll summon Chamber. I'm pretty sure we can't lose from this position, but better safe than sorry, eh? We'll drop the changeover. Guess we use this. Out comes House. Go to battle. Swing. Swing. Go Nurse. Hello, Lady Jasmine. Welcome on in. Cyclone with the emoji explosion over there. Dead Eyes. Apparently. I mean, I have no idea what his deck was. Obviously, it was like free-to-play, super casual Red Eyes or something. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to look at his deck in this, so... It is what it is. It is what it is. Jay Bizzle. Let's see what Jay Bizzle's got for us. Selena. Is this actually going to be Lunalight? It's not Lunalight. Okay, what is this deck going to be? Ooh, it's Shadow. Okay. Going second into Shadow. I'm not a big fan of going second into Shadow, if I'm perfectly honest. Now, this matchup, I think, is favoured for us, but, like, I'd feel a lot more confident going first. Okay. All things considered, that is pretty good for us, I think. This hand, though, not the best. Once again, we've gone second and we've opened downtime, which is really bad. I guess we still grab Nurse off Parla. I think that's still going to be the play. Summon the Nurse. Nurse effect. Target Parla. Use Parla effect. Send changeover. We'll go changeover. Target Parla. We'll go downtime. Also target Parla. Okay, so he still has something he could change, which is a little bit scary. We'll go ahead and use changeover. We do not want to do that. We want to do this by using this and this. Summon out Shio. Set. Oh, is it trying to use the incarnation? Is that all it is? There's not really much I could do about that, so we will just go to battle. We will use the nurse. Or try to. Get out the Ernest. Swing with Ernest. So it's Wendy. Okay. Let's Shio this. Because there's a chance if that back row's nothing. Before damage calculation. Boom. Okay. Okay. We got there. We got there. I don't know what the other back row was. I don't know if we got lucky and won the 50-50 or if both the back row were kind of dead. Like, I don't really know what back row they play in Shadow. Like, I know they have the fusion spells. What is it? Shadow Fusion and El Shadow Fusion. But I don't know what else they play. I don't know what trap cards they tend to use other than the one that was already in the graveyard from the skill. Alright. Also, hello, Split. Welcome on in. Let's see what our next opponent's on. They run IDP. IDP would actually have messed me up so bad, so I'm glad they didn't have it. Thank you for the follow, Split. Welcome. Oh, another hero player. Can we beat this hero? We are going second again, and we have downtime in the open again. Oh, profound sadness. And we even open Nurse, so we can't even do our little Nurse combo for just an extra card. This is the trifecta of just bad things on top of bad things on top of bad things. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We might be fine. We might just be complaining for the sake of complaining. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what big brain play the hero deck can come up with, but like, apparently we're doing a big thing. Let's see what he does. Is this part of the strategy, do you think? Do you think he just goes AFK and hopes people give up? So how's chat doing today then, since we got a bit of downtime? I assume everyone in chat probably has already gotten to the second stage. I'm going to assume that as a thing. Oh my god, he's doing plays. Like, I tend to leave mine quite late, but that's because, like, otherwise I've got to climb through, like, meta decks, and it's just, ugh. Some dragon-made downtime badge. That's right here in the hand. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's actually an annoying-ass play still. He gets all of the effects, right? Is that, like, part of the thing? How many effects has he got? Has he got all of them? Has he got literally 100% of his effects are online? Also Necro Gardener. Yeah, I don't know how I play around that, though, to be honest. Because this guy can't be destroyed with battle. I don't know if you guys know this, but the main way I'm going to get rid of his guy is by battle. If I activate that, I could send that to the grave, grab a different one, which I think we have to do anyway, realistically. I don't think I need you specifically, but I mean, I think we're probably better overall still. Okay, so he's going to go for a pop on that. So we're going to go downtime. Put this back in the hand. Oh, is this Pure Maids? Yes, we're playing Pure Maids Beam. Welcome, welcome on in. Although you have come right towards the end, I am just going to preface that. So that's still going to go to the grave, but we won't have access to it, so we might as well grab Changeover now. And then to the graveyard, we might as well send Tidying. So now, we can... I mean, I could turn off his activated effects with Lawpaw, but it doesn't help me. So I guess we still just hard drop the Changeover. Go for the Shio. Got two specials. I can get two guys out. I need a third, though. That's the issue. Oh, I can get out because we haven't used that effect yet. So if I go Hospitality. The delay is Necro Gardener? Yeah, that's fine. I'm getting Nudjal up the deck. Nurse Dragonmaid. Bring back Parlor again. He activates the Necro Gardener, just sort of stop asking him questions. At this point, I think I can just negate and potentially kill him. Let's try it. So now we activate Tidying. Bring out Lawpaw. We'll go Changeover. House. Changeover again. Set. Battle. Nurse. Bring back Ernest. Swing. Oh! Easy, mate. Easy. I mean, if he had hand traps, it would have been annoying. But, like, I feel like we're still in an okay position to fight. The big, scary thing is always the Super Poly. If he doesn't have Super Poly, we are completely fine, right? I haven't hit max yet. Really, PRTG? I thought you would have been all over that. Up to dual level 16. Another 140 gemmies. All about the gemmies. Satisfying. Yeah, I think that was very satisfying to watch. About the play. I hope it was satisfying to watch. Sakaigun from Italy. I hit KC max day 2 and 1. Nice, nice. What did you play, by the way, Valley? Both on a 6-win streak, and it looks like we're against another hero player. Now, we have beat 100% of heroes we played against today, but... you know, it doesn't always work out that way. Mill the top 3 or put a specific card in the bin. Really don't know. I guess I'll just send kitchen. I don't know if it matters too much with this. I'll send laundry. We just have to grab something big, so I'll just grab Lawpaw here. We'll go ahead and summon kitchen. Back to the bin. We'll drop the changeover. Go into the Shio. Unfortunately, this is not like a super impactful board. Maybe it would have made more sense to get the nurse for the extra body, but like, I kind of valued the having access to Parlor to get cards into the graveyard. Then we will just dump the tidying. Right, let's see what he's got. Gamba Mill. I mean, it was an option. Definitely was an option. I played Salad and Trains. Ooh, Trains. I do quite like Trains. I hit max day 1 with Shira. I like thematically what the Shiranui are. I like ghost zombies in like a Japanese setting. I think that's really cool. I kind of like the way they play. I hate playing against them. That is my big thing with Shiranui. I despise playing against Shiranui. I always find it like such a headache. Oh heck, is that Orm Dragon level 10? Grabs the Poly. Grabs the Super Poly. The issue is, again, I don't think I can beat Super Poly. I mean, yeah, we got to do what we can, right? Go away. So if he just went to activate Arm Dragon level 10, I could have just negated it, I guess. So he's going to Super Poly me at some point. So I actually think I might as well negate this. Because, like, I'm going to lose... all he has to do is any normal summon. And then I'm losing my guy anyway. That's the logic behind doing that. The only problem is I can't use both effects of tidying in the same turn. So because I've activated the one to put it back in hand. Swords of Revealing Light. Pass. Yeah. How do I beat Swords of Revealing Light? Summon Parlor. Activate Parlor. Effect Veiler. Okay. I'm down. I like this play. I can't get that as much as I would like to have it. I guess I take Chamber, because that kind of gets me where I need to be going the easiest. I'm going to go ahead and activate Tidying. I'm going to bring back Chamber. Chamber effect is going to get me the downtime that I need. I just can't use the downtime this turn, which is the thing that sucks. We'll go Changeover. Put Chamber back in the hand. Drop the Changeover. Go for the Shio. Use this, and probably just the Tin Kek. I don't really think there's a reason to hold on to House. I think we're going to get rid of the House. I feel like there's a world in which keeping the Tin Kek actually does matter. We'll see if that's a mistake or not. Then we just end the turn. Nightmare Pop. Oh, you're right. I have a Nightmare Unicorn. What would I have had to do? Summon 2, just pop, get in for 3,000. Yeah, I absolutely could have just won the game. That is just massive brain fart moment. There is no excuse. There is no excuse for my actions. Put this in there, why not? Oh, I completely forgot I had Nightmare Phoenix in the extra. We might be fine. You never know. This might be okay. Hold. Gets another free Poly. I mean, yeah. I mean, once again, I feel... I'll just negate that. Now, this might be bait, but, like, I haven't really got another play. Like, the alternative is just let the board die, and then bring back the Shio in defense mode. Which doesn't, like, do anything, really. Okay, so Rainbow Neos comes down. I will go ahead and use downtime. I'll put this back into my hand. Sure. I'll grab this. House effect. The last card was Neo's Fusion! Okay. There's nothing I can do about that. We still have our graveyard effect, right? So, like, we're still gonna put something in the way. Look at this card, special summon another hero from your deck. Choose one, drag much from your graveyard, destroy all monsters you put to field lower and equal lower than it. Yes. I think that's fine. Christ, I don't know. Let's get this out. Oh, I did not mean to do that from hand. That was like the only card I did not want to pick. So now he just summons out another 4K guy, right? Or just doesn't have one. Never punish, baby. Alright, so we will summon Chamber. Chamber effect. Grab that, why not? So just at any point you could use that to do that. Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and use changeover from grave. Target this. We'll go ahead and use downtime. Target this. Get rid of that. We'll drop changeover. Go for the show again. We'll go tidying. Right, I need you to go quicker, game. I don't have time. I just straight up do not have time to do all the plays I need to make. So we're just gonna have to shortcut. So what I wanted to do was basically get out 3 monsters, fuse into this, put one of them back into hand. Oh, for Christ's sake. And I forgot about that as well. Ah! So we had... I don't think we had lethal, but we could have been fine. No more house for Sheer Negate. Again, it didn't matter. It was irrelevant. It was irrelevant. The play was going to be get out 3 monsters, because we could have used the hospitality to bring back Nurse, get a 3rd body back. Then use 2 of them to... I mean, do anything, right? I could have used all 3 even and just made a unicorn, right? Like, there's so many different options I had available. The alternative is I could have just gotten this out plus the Shio plus the another monster, have it return to hand, use House Dragonmaid's effect, go to pop the Neos, which would have forced out the fusion. The issue is I don't have time. So, like, even though I can survive this turn, I don't have time to, like, stop this. Well, I can turn this on, but I'm going to die to just timeout. Behold, I die to timeout. So it's like, there's no point. It says 3 seconds. It doesn't actually mean 3 seconds. It means you get, like, a click before you run out of time. Which is sad. It's just very sad. But. All things considered, I think we actually had a pretty good streak of games today. We had some really, really good games. I think we still win there if it wasn't for the timer. Now, to be fair, the only reason we ran out of time is because I'm inexperienced with the deck. I'm inexperienced in the matchup. I took too long, realistically. But if we had infinite time, I think we do win there. You can't get a search with the trap by sending the house anyway. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? I didn't... My point was, even if I had a play to make, I didn't have the time to execute it anyway, so having a play would have been completely irrelevant. But, with that said, like I said, we did have some pretty good games. We are going to be calling it there, I think. We are going to go ahead and raid Ohai Meister. But we will be back again on Thursday, where we will be ideally finishing up this KC Cup grind. That is the plan. So, we'll be back again Thursday, finishing up the KC Cup. Probably playing this again. I don't think we're going to have the Fluffle deck finished by then. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yo.